Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm really pleased to be invited to moderate this session. This session, as just been said, is on spectrum matters. Spectrum is my work. I work at the Radio Communications Agency. Sorry, let's say that. I work at Ofcom in the UK, which is the communications regulator. My day job is spectrum. I spend a lot of my time trying to find new spectrum for use by different mobile communications and other technologies, 5G, Wi-Fi, all sorts of different uses of spectrum. And it's not an easy job. There are lots of things that need to be taken into account, trade-offs to be made, lots of technical issues to do with coexistence. The spectrum is becoming ever more crowded. The days when spectrum can be just, cleared and assigned to users to use nationally for systems is going. There's a much greater need these days for sharing of spectrum, which requires cooperation between different services that require different things, and that's not always easy. So spectrum is a very interesting field. It's the fundamental input to a lot of communications technologies and drives digital transformation. So it's hugely important. It's an important year for spectrum as well. It's a WRC year, so we have the World Radio Conference at the end of the year in Dubai, and a lot of my work recently has been focused on preparations for that. And there's lots of key decisions that will be needed to be made in terms of changes to the radio regulations to facilitate advances in communications technologies and their spectrum needs. I'm delighted we have an excellent panel who will give their views on the subject. But before we get to their presentations, there's an opportunity for ministers, for you to share any questions or concerns or topics that you want to bring to the attention of the panel, and see if we can, in their presentations and the Q&A afterwards, we can address some of the burning questions that you might have, or the concerns you might have, or topics you would like to be discussed. So before I come to the panel, I'll open the floor. If people have questions, then please let me know, and we'll let you raise those. If not, then we can go straight to the presentations. But ministers, over to you. Have you questions that you would like to put to the panel? If you just raise your hand. Maybe we're too soon after lunch and you need to think about things. I can see no questions at the moment, so perhaps we'll go straight into the presentations and then give you some time to think about what particular questions you would like to put, and we can pick those up in the Q&A. Yes, but first, yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Usman Kadim from Delegation of... Could we have a microphone, please? Thank you. Thank you. So, once again, I said my name is Usman Aliyu from the delegation of
Sorry, if you could just wait for the microphone.
It's on, right?
Maybe speak slightly closer.
Yes, so I have a question or two about some spectrum matters, agenda item 1.5 on UHF for Region 1 specifically. And I think I saw the Dynamic Spectrum Alliance or the Wi-Fi Alliance. So the existence or the coexistence between the TVY space and the possibility of having IMT in the UHF ban. How is that going to play out? Then secondly, also it's on the 6 gigahertz, agenda item 1.2. Just wanting to find out, do you think we're going to get a regional harmonization, at least for Region 1, on the 6 gigahertz spectrum, the portion that is supposed to be identified for IMT? So these are the two questions I have for now. Thank you.
So thank you very much for those questions. I'm sure we can pick those up when we go through the presentations and the QA at the end. Would anyone else like to ask any specific questions? I see no one raising their hand, so perhaps we can go straight into the presentations. Our first speaker is Dr. Martha Suarez. Martha is president of the Dynamic Spectrum Alliance. She has over 15 years of experience in the telecommunications industry, and she spent 3 years as General Director of the National Spectrum Agency in Colombia, where she was responsible for promoting efficient use of spectrum, and originally having joined the ANE in 2013. So Martha, over to you.